Hi, I'm Novel Mike, and this is my opinion. Before we begin, I apologize for not being on camera and just showing some old gameplay footage I had recorded. I was originally going to show stuff for the Switch presentation, but Nintendo has been flagging videos about that left and right, so I didn't really want ads to be on these videos, so that is why you are not seeing anything from their presentation, because ads are stupid, and I don't want my stuff monetized either by me or by anyone else. So, that said, first thing we need to talk about is my video last time, which was about the Nintendo Switch presentation leak thing about the launch lineup, which wasn't entirely wrong. I still think that screenshot's real, it's just that some of the information out of it was incorrect, such as Monster Hunter being on the system, which could still happen. I mean, it's Monster Hunter. It may be something they're saying for E3, but for now, we have to pretty much call that list, unfortunately, mostly bullshit, although a few things were accurate, like the Sonic, two Sonic games, Sonic Mania and Project Sonic 2017, or Generations 2, or whatever you want to call it. Both those are coming, and Dragon Quest X is coming to the system, but they only confirmed it for Japan, which could still change, but for now, Japan only, which, come on, friggin' Nintendo, don't do that during a presentation. That was like one of the things that annoyed me the most, is they put the logo of Dragon Quest 10 and 11 on there, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna be awesome, we're gonna see some Dragon Quest 10 on Switch, and then like 5 seconds later, then we're like, oh yeah, for Japan. And then it just felt like I got my feet kicked out from under me. It's not that, you know, you can't have that only for Japan. I don't mind that. But when you're doing an international press conference and everything else they're talking about is for worldwide, but just that is only for Japan, it's just kind of a mean thing to do for your international fans. But besides that, pretty much most of the other information on it was at least somewhat accurate. So I can't say that I think that the list is entirely fake, but it looks like some of the information either was early, like I originally thought, or just not correct. So for anyone who I hyped up for Dragon Quest on that, I'm sorry. But anyway, let's get into my thoughts on the Switch presentation. This is going to be my positive thoughts and reactions to that. So first off is the release date being March 3rd. That is a lot sooner than any of the rumors were saying. Most were pegging it for either mid or late March. So that's really cool, and that just means we get to play a certain game early, being Zelda, which is probably the biggest thing. And I hated how they teased it for like 5 minutes before they actually revealed the trailer, which was a damn good trailer. That's probably my favorite trailer I've seen for Breath of the Wild, and there was like actual emotion and voice dialogue in it, and oh god, I'm ready for Breath of the Wild. That game is going to be amazing, and it is a launch title, so that will probably propel the Wii U sale, or the Switch's sales quite well in the beginning at the very least because of that. Even though it is going to be available on the Wii U same day. That is a pretty cool deal. I'm glad that they didn't do like they did Twilight Princess, where they made people who didn't upgrade to the new system wait like a month. So it is the same game coming out for both systems at the same time, meaning it's going to be pretty cool. Besides that, they showed several new games. 1-2 Switch, originally when I first saw it, and the concept that the trailer that they showed, like I was having a hard time telling how this is a game, but it really ties into the new Rumble, the HD Rumble feature that they've got. And Daniel Bloodworth of Easy Allies explains it really well. I will leave a link into the description down below talking about that. It's about a 20-minute discussion about how the controls work. About 10 minutes in, they start talking about the HD Rumble, how it works with 1-2 Switch. And that game seems pretty interesting on how that works, but I'm just baffled that it's not a pack-in. Why are they going to charge $50-$60 for this game when it's essentially just a tech demo? But, you know, we'll see. I mean, maybe it has like hundreds of different little mini games you can play, and that's why they're justifying the price. But I don't know. We have yet to get all the details about that. They also showed another new IP, ARMS, which looked like a Wonderful 101 meets Wii Boxing kind of thing. It's a motion-controlled game. It looked really fun. I like the design of it. It definitely looked like it had a lot of depth to the actual combat. It's like a proper fighting game, which I thought was really interesting. There's different, each character has different weapons they can equip, and they're all a little bit different in terms of movement and abilities and stuff like that. You can grab people, throw them. You're dodging around all over the place, trying not to get hit and blocking and everything else. It's pretty in depth. I was quite impressed by what I saw of that. After that was Splatoon 2, which, yeah, more Splatoon, always a good thing, although I had a hard time telling it was actually a sequel till X put a 2 on there, but from what they showed during the Treehouse live stream, they definitely showed a lot of more stuff with it. Like, it's pretty much more the same. It probably should just be like an expansion plus the original game, but maybe there's enough story content and stuff like that in there to really justify that 2 label on it, but it remains to be seen. But it's Splatoon, I'll play it for sure. First game was a lot of fun. After that, they showed pretty much the thing that made me decide I have to buy this thing, which was Mario Odyssey, which a lot of people got turned off because like Mario was like in the real world, and like all the normal people were very like designed to look like normal people, and Mario still looked like his cartoon self, and like people were saying it's like a Sonic 06 vibe, and no. And also Sonic first did that with Sonic Adventure, and it looked weird then too, but it still worked. And I don't think it's that big of a deal. And honestly, the game looks amazing. The gameplay looks amazing. Him being in that giant city and just be able to like wall jump between buildings to climb the buildings and everything. Like, there is so much detail that they packed in this trailer. And Bowser and Peach wedding, and there's like this big event thing, and then you see Bowser in his formal like tuxedo and everything, and it looks so fun. I can't wait for that game. I'm sad that it's holiday this year, but that will be awesome, and I am very excited to see that. Besides that, they showed a couple other things. Xenoblade 2, which they are claiming is coming out this year. I don't believe them, especially when they won't put a firm like time of the year it's coming out, because it would be holiday this year if anything, where they're just saying 2017. So I have a hard time believing that's actually going to come out this year. If it does, holy shit, that's fantastic, but I don't believe them for a second. Besides that, they also showed the new Shin Megami Tensei game, or just the engine essentially it's running on, which looked good, but that's a long time out. A couple other things, they showed some indies and stuff like that. Bravely Default team working on a new like retro style RPG. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but it looked really good. I really like the art style that they're going with that. Has a really weird name, but much like Bravely Default was before we knew how that actually worked. So more power to them with that. And again, they did talk about Dragon Quest, which annoyed me. I did see that Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2 does seem to be confirmed for a Western release at least, and I would assume Dragon Quest 11 is for sure coming to the West. I mean, Nintendo will publish that themselves if they have to, I'm sure, but it was disappointing to see Dragon Quest 10 teased for a couple seconds, and then, no, yeah, just Japan only still for now. But that could change. Notably, there was a lack of a lot of the rumored games, like there's this Rayman Raving Rabbits Mario RPG thing, rumors that Mother 3 was going to be shown as a virtual console game, and a lot of other things that just did not pan out, did not turn out to be true, which means either Pokemon Stars as well, which means that either they're saving stuff for E3, which is, I have a hard time believing that, just because if you want to really hype up your system and get people to buy it, you need to come out at the gate showing off exactly what you're going to have. But at the same time, if they did that now in January, then what would they have to show in June, 3 months after the system comes out? And honestly, like for the first month or two, Zelda will sell that system. I mean, that is a huge title for them to have at launch, especially in a portability kind of thing. And then they'll have Mario Kart as well in April, which will be good, even though it's pretty much just the same game plus new characters and new battle mode. But I'll take it with the online system that they're going to have being paid down the road. That is something we're going to have to talk about as well. But again, this is more positive takeaways for now. The only other thing that they really showed off was they showed like a bunch of games like in this like montage kind of thing. So like I saw Disgaea 5 and Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, and like there's several games in that list that I will probably pick up for the Switch, just because, hey, portability with those sounds awesome. But it remains to be seen exactly how good they're going to be on these systems. But I'm excited at the very least. I just wish the launch lineup itself was better, because right now from Nintendo, it's just 1-2 Switch and Zelda. And again, as I already said, 1-2 Switch should probably be a pack-in. Although Zelda, again, will probably carry that system for at least a couple months because it's freaking Zelda. And portable Zelda on new hardware, hard for a lot of people to pass up. That's why pretty much the Switch is sold out for most places that I've seen already. But anyway, I'm Novel Mike. That was my opinion. Next up will be my concerns, I'll say, from this Switch press event, which will be up in another day or two. Anyway, have a great day, everybody. Bye.